I'm Lance and this is Kilo, and today we are going to talk about switching drives. So you hear about switching drives a lot in protection work, but there's a huge drive shift when you're using food with your dog, like he's been working with his treat and train, or when you're using a toy. When the dog is using food reward or you're using food with the dog has a different intensity, and you have to figure out what is good for your dog, because every dog is going to be different. You can have 20 Malinois, and the drives, the way that they adjust to the drives are going to be different, and the way that you manipulate them should be different, because sometimes with a toy the dogs want to fight you for it, or they want to run off and play with it by themselves. It all includes pack drive, and all the other drives encompass how toy drive works and prey drive works, you know. So we've already shot this video once, but our sound didn't work, so we're doing it again, and Kilo's a little bit tired now, but we're gonna see how this goes. So when a dog gets into drive, everything that you do has pros and cons, and if you manipulate that drive too much, it can come up too high and the dog can't think. So you have to be careful how much drive you put into the dog. With a toy, food drive usually doesn't get to that crazy extent. It can in some rare occasions. I haven't seen it if it's done correctly. So, you know, he's sitting here, he's waiting for his treat and train to go off, hoping it's going to go off. You want to build hope with food. So, all right, here. Good boy. So you see, he runs to the treat and train quick. He didn't come to me quick. He came to me okay speed. But a lot of times with food, you get one-way traffic. You get a little bit faster movements into you, or a little bit faster movements to the food and slower movements into you, and vice versa. You could try to speed that up if you had food on you at the same time. And there's many ways to speed that up, just in this application here, when I don't have food on me. Now with a toy, it's a little bit different, because you are the reward, and how you interact with the toy is also a reward according to the dog's perception. And this can get really, really deep, and there can be a lot of layers and a lot of arguments to it. It's just adjust to your dog and manipulate your dog the best way that's good for you guys as a team, and the way and the style that you train. Because people that have very little emotion and they're just flat people, the toy doesn't become that much fun with the person. It becomes more fun off by themselves, and the person just becomes the taker. So how you out your dog is very important there, and like I said, the layers can be super deep. So now I have a tug toy. And using a tug toy or other toys with serious dogs that will have a lot of drive can get dangerous, because they can accidentally bite you trying to get the toy. They can miss, especially with what I'm doing with a rope. So it can get dangerous at times, just depending on. Here. Here. Good. Puss. Puss. Boy. Puss. Good. Oh. And the treat and train went off in my pocket because this thing's so sensitive. But, so I gotta put this on the ground and hopefully not step on it. Here. Good boy. Reverse. Good boy. So Kilo is pretty tired from the first video, so he doesn't have as much pop anymore. It is super duper hot out and humid. That takes a lot out of the dogs as well as the people. Good boy. Good boy. Good. So with him, his biggest reward structure here is he likes to get petted and played with at the same time. He likes to fight me, get petted. He loves all of this stuff. So I had some critic in one of my other videos said, don't talk to the dog so much, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? In the sport I compete in, emotion is everything, and I need my dog's tail to wag. So genetically, he's not a tail wagger. In the heel, he gets into prey lock. Et, Platz, he gets into prey lock, so I'm trying to manufacture that because it's not natural, and that can be hard. So there you see he was getting higher and higher and more crazy and chewy and all these things because he's getting more and more stimulated. Foos! Foos. Good boy. Good boy. Foos. Good boy. Sit! Good boy, buddy. Good boy. So you're just trying to build in some layers here of how the reward comes, when the reward comes, what you're gonna do with it when you have it, so the dog understands how your reward structure system works. But a lot of it is learning what the dog wants, and you see he already understands and is trying to counter me the way he wants to counter me playing with this toy. A lot of people think I just throw the ball, or you just throw the ball. Good boy. But you see his tail really goes when I touch him. He loves that. Et plots. A lot of people think it's just throwing the ball to the dog. We can get into reward structure and reward timing and all that other stuff in a different video. But I do find you get a lot more with a toy at certain points than you do with the food, and the intensity is a lot different. Appreciate you watching.